Hello, everybody. My name is Caitlin Carroll, also known as Cece, and for my final presentation, I will be presenting original theorist Kurt Lewin and his management change model. What is Lewin's change model? Lewin's change model describes changes within organizations in 3 stages and how to tackle each obstacle head-on and get lasting results. It begins with unfreezing, then goes to change, and then goes to freezing. The first stage is unfreezing. This stage, employees know changes are coming and there's a bit of resistance and emotional reactions such as denial, impatience, uncertainty, and doubt. Employees are already used to their environments and do not want to make a change and essentially start over. The first step in this is to determine what exactly needs to be changed and understanding how to approach this. Things such as surveying employees in order to properly assess and understand what and why change needs to take place will occur in this stage. The second stage is change. This stage is very important because it must be implemented fast and within a short period of time. This can be considered the move stage because it causes a ripple effect within the organization. Implementing change quickly will not only show the employees how serious the manager is, but also make it clear that change is serious and it needs to happen effectively. From a managerial perspective in this stage, making sure communication is effective and strong will help to better implement the changes being made. And for the final stage, it's refreezing. The final step is all about solidifying the change and making sure employees do not revert back to old habits after a change has been implemented. For the refreezing stage, the changes would be anchored into the culture, ways would be developed to sustaining the changes, support and training would be provided, and the successes would be celebrated. These tactics would help the employees understand the change is being initiated and that it must continue to be sustained and grown upon. From a managerial perspective, in order for these changes to be properly executed and understood, I would make it clear that what is going on is not only permanent, but also needs to be understood by everyone. For my thesis statement for this assignment, I wanted to come up with something that I felt I could utilize that I gained out of Lewin's theory. So I came up with the most effective types of managers are the ones who can properly implement change within an organization, maintain a healthy work environment for all employees, and continue to build on successes. Why I chose Lewin and his theory. The reason I chose Kurt Lewin and his theory is because I not only find it to be effective, but it has been successful for many years and still continues to do as time has evolved. Our world is constantly changing, managers are evolving, younger people are coming into the workforce, so the fact that this theory from many, many years ago can still be utilized in this day and age with all the changes and the technological advances is extremely impressive, and it's still extremely effective. So some just more information on the theory and Lewin. Lewin's own thinking falls under the heading of field theory, which holds that group behavior is an intricate set of symbolic interactions and forces that not only affect group structure, but also modify individual behavior. Lewin proposed that human behavior should be seen as part of a continuum with individual variations, from the norm being a function of tensions between perceptions of the self and of the environment. To fully understand and predict human behavior, the whole psychological field or life space with which the person acted had to be viewed. The totality of events in this life space determined behavior at any one time. Some management and human relations concepts I champion are leadership skills, communication skills, and personality skills. Being a leader is never easy and is not meant for everyone. There is a lot of pressure and responsibility that comes along with leadership, but it is a responsibility and pressure that I not only can handle, but also enjoy. As for communication skills, I am a firm believer in always communicating regardless of the circumstances. And thirdly, being personable and easy to talk to, especially as a manager, is very important in the workplace. This will make communication amongst one another easier and allow for a more fluent and healthy environment. So the top 3 things the CEO should do to build an effective management team, in my eyes, is find employees who will fit into the role of the organization, look for workers who will always work to the best of their abilities, and look for employees who are not resistant to change and be willing to do whatever is best for the organization. These key characteristics will not only be beneficial for the organization, but also help the new CEO find the best, most effective management team to help the organization continue to grow, flourish, and be a top competitor in their field. So I did some research and found an example in the real world where Lewin's theory was applied. And an example of an organization that utilized Lewin's theory and saw success was IRF, which is Inpatient Rehabilitation Facility, which was founded in the mid-1950s and is located in the Midwest. In early spring of 2017, the IRF opened a new research hospital to replace the current building. The new research hospital, a private, not-for-profit, acute inpatient and outpatient rehabilitation facility, will expand patient care and combine research activities that translate directly to patient care in real time to improve patient outcomes. This evolving research hospital environment requires that nurse executives demonstrate collaborative problem solving across the spectrum of care. Nurse leaders and executives' formal training supports frequent use of Lewin's 3-step model for change management. Complex adaptive systems require that, in order for organizations to maintain equilibrium and survive, the organizations must respond to an ever-changing environment. Healthcare organizations are complex adaptive systems where change is a complex process with varying degrees of complexity and agreement among disciplines. Lewin's change management theory is a common change theory used by nurses across specialty areas for various quality improvement projects to transform care at the bedside. So in closing, Lewin's model is still utilized today when implementing changes within an organization. It has shown to be extremely effective, as I just stated, and successful when executed properly, especially in the healthcare field. In this case, when choosing the most effective management team, Lewin's theory can be utilized in the sense that change will happen eventually, and being able to understand how or why will be an added benefit because it will reduce resistance and allow for willingness to get on board to changes occurring. And there's my works cited page. Thank you again for listening to this presentation, and I hope you enjoyed it.